welcome to Duke and Leon's School of Life, and I have Leon the linchpin. He's the linchpin of our show.
The linchpin. I'm just holding the whole front end on. Front end. The front end's fit and
your front end doesn't work anymore, does it?
No, the front end's working. It's just the lower sack is dragging leaving a mark in the sand.
Yeah, your exhaust has come loose.
The Valentine's Day, what the fuck? Was just here, was it? What the fuck is Valentine's Day? I have no idea. Anyway, I was watching something on TV which I thought was funny because, we get a lot of people asking us advice about dating because,
all the
Tinder and Grindr and stuff like that, that's all good. But, if you want to
we've got this young audience that are interested in dating, and because we're older, they want our advice.
Our advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you want to date an idiot, you go on Tinder or Grindr or whatever, and that's fine, and you can do that. But just say you want someone who, can drive. Or
exactly.
Or can go to KFC and actually order, something edible other than, let's just, fuck. So anyway, I was watching this thing and it was quite funny because obviously before you actually date, there's some sort of interaction that establishes some sort of attraction or compatibility or something, right? Anyway, I'm watching this thing and it's very funny. So there's this older woman and this young guy, right? And the young guy is just trying to nail the older woman because, I don't know, he's bored or whatever. And he goes, and she's going, so what, you want to sleep with me? And he's going, well, and I think it was Spanish, but I'm not going to do the Spanish accent because that's racist. But he's going, oh, yeah, and she goes, well, all right, let's lead up. What are you going to ask? How are you going to approach it sort of thing, And he goes, oh, well, how about I say, I'd like to maybe just with a bit of oil massage your shoulder. And she's going, boring. That's what she said, boring. Oh, well, maybe a bit of a back massage with some music and a candle. Boring. Anyway, so he looks up at the ceiling and he comes back with this, and I swear to God, this is what he said. He said, how about I eat your pussy while you're talking to your mother on the phone?
What'd she say? Boring. Well, look, I've got some dating advice. We've gotten a couple of letters about people asking how they can make their dating profile better. Right? On Tinder and all that sort of stuff. How can I make my profile better? How can I make myself look more attractive to people?
What do you say? Use another photo?
Well, I've got advice.
Use my photo.
I've got advice for both men and women here. Yep. So for men, you just do like a police profile, right? You just do, the less you say, the better for men, because men are idiots.
Height, date of birth, weight.
You don't put date of birth. 6'2", male, 6'2", brown hair, any identifying scars, scar on cheek, Japanese koi tattoo, and that's it. And another thing for men, a lot of men put their profile pictures, they're holding a big fish that they caught or a deer that they shot.
Really?
Women don't want that. Women, what, you think you're going to attract women with a big, they'd be going, how many women do you know that fish or hunt? They don't care. It's not we're not cavemen. Women aren't going to look and go, oh, food, good provider.
Big fish.
Yeah.
Must be handsome.
Yeah, exactly. You're turning women off.
That is a whole revelation to me because, the last thing in the world... Well, you don't
look at men's dating profiles, do you?
I'm not sober, and when I wake up in the morning, I've forgotten it all anyway. So, but what the fuck? Yeah, it's like they're subconsciously, although they're looking for a female companion, they're actually looking for a mate, like a best mate.
Yeah.
Look how much beer I just drank. Or look at the fish I caught. Oh, let's go, mate. I'll get the tinny. I'll get the outboard, you get the petrol. We'll fucking go. Kill some of those fucking fish.
Yeah, and just put a picture of your head looking sideways. Profile, best side. That's it.
Oh, really? Don't you think the girl might go, What's he looking at?
Well, she can ask him that. then he's breeding curiosity. They can ask. And for women, right? For women, do not mention kids. Don't say, have 4 kids, looking for partner, or looking to settle down and have
looking
kids.
For partner with minivan or bus.
That's like holding up a crucifix to men. That's like holding up a crucifix to vampires. Men just hiss going,
Or what about looking for a long-term relationship, would love to have kids.
No,
that's bad. That's bad too.
No, because that scares men off. What you do, men are so stupid, right? So what you do is you don't mention any of that. You bring them in slowly with a bit of sexual talk, and before they know it, they wake up one day and they go, "Fuck, I've got 4 kids."
Fuck, I've got 4 kids. I love it. No, but all right. So what about? How would a girl approach the financial question? Because look, I mean, not all people are motivated by money like you and me, but it's important. Like, you just don't want to date a loser, right?
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing for men. Put in your profile, like, you put your stats in.
Yeah.
Men love stats. You put your stats in and then put have a job. I have a job. You don't have to say what it is. Just say I have a job.
Jesus, is that all?
But look, I think to answer your question, right, I've divided it up into 3 groups, okay? So there's the elites. They're those really good-looking people.
Yeah.
That, those really annoying, perfect gene people. They don't have to say anything. They just put up a picture and they contact each other secretly. People like us don't even know how that world works. And then there's the average people who I was just giving advice to. And then there's people like us who don't even bother, don't even fucking bother going on those dating sites. It's just fucking heartbreaking when you're rejected by someone who looks like a gorilla.
And that's a 3rd rejection from her.
Yeah, that's right.
From her.
Fucking leave me alone.
I told you to fucking leave me alone.
Leave me alone in my tree, you cunt.
And stop sending me bananas. But wouldn't you say that the fact that you're on a dating site, doesn't that diminish your value in terms of potential relationship? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were that good, and that rich and that handsome and shit, well, why would you be on a dating site? You just walk out. You just open the door, your front door. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, ooh, like that. And it'd be like, fuck.
Well, it's different now. With this generation, it's different. They don't even look at each other. People are just walking with their heads down in their phones. So the only way to attract someone is through their phone.
Through their phone. Oh, so that's what you're saying. It's phone driven.
Yeah, it's all phone driven. People are swiping here, swiping there. No one's even looking at each other.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's interesting. No, it's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world. And plus, there's people who are busy. You get your you've seen the doctors. On your many visits to the hospital, doctors, the male doctors, all look like Arnie Schwarzenegger. They all, the young ones I'm talking about, the female ones all look like models, but they have no time to go around, they have no time to go around swiping and looking because, they're taking things out of people's assholes all day.
Yeah, that's
right. So they don't have any time,
Phones.
So they have to go on this dating site. But I think they've got a special dating site that no one knows about, like the elite. I think there's some secret elite dating site where you're a good-looking professional because you don't see them. I think that there's a special dating site there.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful
Well, I know because I'm on it.
Of course you are. All right. So talking about having a job, so we have this bondage sex worker.
Yeah.
She's quite attractive.
Very attractive.
Very attractive.
She's dominatrix. That's what
dominatrix,
she is.
yes. And so her former employee or her former job, which was very successful and in demand performer, was spanking men on their bottoms with a large Bible.
Yeah.
Now she would charge $800 an hour to do this. And she was not short of work. She was she's saying at the height, she was booked out 3 months ahead. Amazing. And then she says in her darkest hour, she realised that that's not what she wanted to be doing. So she completely changed her direction and became a Sunday school teacher teaching religion to children. And there's a photo of her dressed up almost like a librarian, probably
She looks
worse.
better in that photo, that librarian photo, than she does in a dominatrix.
Librarians scare the shit out of me.
I love librarians.
I'm more scared of her dressed as a librarian than when she's in her leather with the whip and the Bible spanking and all that
tell
shit.
that to your psych next time you see her, and I'm sure she'll come up with something. And let me know what she says.
Well, I wouldn't be seeing her physically because apparently after an incident, I don't even remember it, but apparently now we can only Zoom. So,
is that when you were experimenting with those meds?
Well, the colours, Duke. It's like 3 blue, 2 red, 1 purple. Fuck, who can...
You get them mixed up, I know.
I know, you write it down and then it just makes no sense, or you read it upside down and you get it wrong. Fuck, it's just so complicated. Life is so complicated. Anyway, so now she's a Sunday school teacher, but I'm just thinking when there's a photo of her as a librarian holding a Bible, right? But it's a little bit smaller than the one she used to use for spanking, but it's still a Bible. So she's looking at the Bible and then she's teaching these kids. Wouldn't you have flashbacks or something, or Well,
she becomes a nun. That's what happens. She becomes a nun after teaching Sunday school. But what I'm thinking, right?
She went to nun school. I didn't read that bit. Did she?
No, after she teach Sunday school, she became a nun. I don't think there is a nun school.
Yeah, it's a convent.
Oh, that's a school. Anyway, but what I'm thinking is, what I got out of this story is that she has found the real way to interpret the Bible, right? So you've got all these biblical scholars and, religious people.
When she was spanking or when she was reading?
Yeah, when she's spanking.
Spanking, yeah.
So you don't read the Bible. What you do is you hit... you slam the Bible against something and the vibrations of the Lord come out into your hands and arms and go to your brain. Well, that's how you do it. She's invented a way of how to do it.
Well, it's intravenous. It's intermuscular. It's like the skin. The skin is the largest organ in the human body.
The Lord is inside you, and to get the Lord inside you, you get the Bible and you just smash it into someone's ass. And that's what all those years of doing it, like, granted, it took a couple of years, but finally it made its way into every cell in her body, and now she's religious, and that's how you fucking do it. Don't read it.
Yeah, spank it. Spank it.
Man Court is now in session with judges Duke and Leon.
All right, I've got a man court.
Let's hear it.
Okay. All right, so I'm not going to mention the man's name, but he lives on the Gold Coast, which is Queensland, which for those of our international listeners, that's north, and it's very warm. It's almost tropical. It's northern Australia. Yeah. It's northern Australia, and Gold Coast has got this huge long. It's a very nice beach.
It's like Las Vegas.
Yeah, but without
Australia.
Without the mass shootings, and so it's got. a lot of people on the beach, obviously, a lot of bikinis, and obviously a lot of G-strings.
G-strings, or as the Americans call them, thongs.
Yeah. And so this guy, he's just won the Volunteer of the Year award, old man, obviously. And he wrote a letter to the local newspaper asking the mayor to ban G-strings from the beach. And he claims that he was walking past a woman who was practically naked. For all intents and purposes, she was naked. She had a bikini, G-string, whatever, right? And he said he did look inadvertently. And he did like
that is for all our listeners. That's when you're perving, but through the corner of your eye.
Or that's the legal way of covering up perversion.
Yeah.
So just remember that, inadvertently.
Yeah,
So he inadvertently looked, and he said it was a pleasant view. And this is the clincher, right? But he said he felt that she was sending the wrong message. See, so what he's basically done there is it was a pleasant view. So he's saying, he's sort of like telling everyone that he's not gay, right? Because he's worried that everyone's going to think it's an old gay man, right?
Yeah.
So that's a very selfish thing for him to do. So straight away, that's vanity. So he's taken 5 points off right there. And then he's saying she was sending the wrong message. But what a young, attractive woman at the beach, what message should she be sending?
Well,
is there a message?
First of all, I want to know, when I read that, I wanted to know what that message was.
Yeah.
He didn't say what the message was.
No,
I want to know what
message.
he interprets as a message. What is that message?
Yes.
Like,
well, what? Like, I'm so cool. I'm so cool. I'll never get skin cancer.
Or
on my,
is he thinking she's walking half naked? She's sending out the message, "Come and fuck me."
Oh no, that's not. That's
and
not.
How's that the wrong message? That's the right message.
I don't think that's the message. I think she's saying, "Look at me. Look how beautiful. Look at me. I never went to school, but I'm really beautiful." Maybe. What do you think?
That's not a message.
That's not a message?
No, it's obviously a sexual message. But anyway.
Why do you think it's a sexual message?
Because she's half naked. Or not even half naked. She is 98% naked.
But when I go to the zoo and I see the chimpanzees eating bananas, they're naked. They're 110% naked.
And they're sending the wrong message.
I don't think that's sexual. I don't think they're sending me a sexual message. Look at my hairy ass. Oh, no, actually, they don't have hairy asses, do they? Because they rub the hair off. Look at my bald ass on my hairy body. Come and get me. I'm free. I'm free tonight. Bring a banana. I don't think that's what she's saying to me. I don't think there's a message there. She's just doing her shit.
What I want to address is...
Or undress.
Who does this guy think he is?
Yeah.
Speaking for us.
Us.
Can you imagine if they listened to him and all of a sudden those bikinis are banned?
Oh.
He'd have to go in a witness protection program.
Can you imagine?
He'd have to go in witness protection. And not only that, when he did that, did you see the follow-up to that? All those girls that they went down the beach and they had a release the peach. It was called Release the Peach. And all these girls in G-strings and thongs were jumping up and down with their asses wobbling around, and they go, release the peach, in protest to him. First of all, can you imagine? Let's talk about this. Can you imagine if that was your dad?
What, in jumping up in the G-string, going release the peach? Because that's where I'm still stuck in that. I'm still stuck there. What?
Can you imagine if he was your dad? You're at school, you're 17 or whatever, and your dad comes out and says, "Get rid of all the G-string bikinis."
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, the psychological damage that you would get.
What about the physical damage when you went to school?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Even the teachers be kicking you in the head, going, "You fucking idiot! Your dad's a fucking idiot."
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of something that happened when I was at school, but I can't remember what it was. But some parent did something and they, like they took away something. Maybe it was something at the canteen, some finger
sandwiches.
Finger buns. No, finger buns. Oh, they're too sugary, they'll kill you. So they banned them, and then that kid was like fucking ostracized. It was like, chained to the toilet and peed on or whatever, it's like,
Yeah, so that's what it happened to you if you got. Anyway, let's get on with the judgment. I think we've.
What about if it was like you're 40 and your dad's 70? And he's doing it. What would you do? You just roll up at his house and say, "Hey, listen, you old cunt, give me your phone now." Bang, gone. No,
I'd say
phone privilege gone.
I'd put him in an old people's home. I'd say, "Mate, you've lost it. That's it. You don't know what you're fucking saying. You're saying what everyone is not thinking." Anyway, so let's get to the judgment.
What does he think? Oh, so
no, go. What does he think?
Well, no, what does he think the wrong message is? Did we stress that?
Well, we don't know. We don't. I think it's a sexual thing. They're sending the wrong message. I'm available.
Oh, right. Because
I agree. Yeah. I disagree. That's the wrong message. I think that's the right message.
Yeah, okay.
I think everyone should be doing that. Everyone should be saying, if they're available for sex, put that message out there. None of this fucking hiding all this bullshit.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's sexual, but I'll agree that it's if someone wants to do it, it's a valid message.
All right, is he a man or not?
He's an old cunt.
Man Court is now in session with judges Duke and Leon.
I was talking to Jed and Rambo. Right? You know the movie Rambo?
First Blood. It's a great movie.
First Blood.
Fucking great
movie. And he was saying, and I agree with him, he was saying, when you're a kid, you watch it and Rambo comes into town and the sheriff is driving him out of town and you're thinking, what a cunt.
Yeah, why does he do that? He does it because he's a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, but he looks like a rogue, you know what I mean? What a cunt.
Yeah.
Goes,
I know your trouble and I don't want your trouble in my town, buddy. Yeah. I'm going to fucking drop you at the bridge.
And he says, but he goes, I watched it the other day and, because he's reached the sheriff's age and he's going, I agree with the sheriff. a fucking rogue like that comes into town, fuck him off. He's going to be nothing but trouble.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. He's nothing but trouble. Fucking get rid of this guy. We got a nice little town. Fuck him off.
We should do a man court on the helicopter pilot. If Rambo hits him with a rock on the head and he crashes the helicopter into the cliff. What a fucking pussy he is. Fucking, I got hit by a rock. Oh God, I'm going to crash it. Fuck, that is so fucking cool, it's a great movie, but that's funny because because Rambo, when he's Rambo, he doesn't even own a house, right? Sylvester Stallone doesn't even own a house. Oh, he probably does, but he's young and shit like that. And now he owns all these houses and shit. He's going, I don't want him. I live in a gated community. I don't want him coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. When you're young, you're going, yeah, Rambo, go Rambo. And then when you get to the sheriff's age, you're going, fuck off, you long-haired cunt.
Yeah.
But look, something funny happened to me. I had a dream, right, that I was having sex with a young teacher that lives down the road.
What does she teach?
The young hot teacher.
What does she teach? Is it structural engineering?
Woodwork.
Oh, fuck.
No, I don't know what she teaches. But
Woodwork.
But I had a dream I was having sex with her, right? Yeah. And it was really weird dream. And she said, while we were having sex, in my dream, she said, you do realise I'm having the same dream as you are. I'm at home having the same dream as you are.
Oh.
And I said, really? And she said, yeah. And then when we finished, she said, yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow when we see each other. So I'm like, I wake up in the morning, get my coffee, have a shower, bolt out the front, wait for her, and there she is. Hey, how you going? How you going? And I said, so we had the same dream last night, eh? And she goes, did we? She goes, what was that dream? And I told her what the dream was. And now she won't talk to me.
Fuck, dude, really? Did you think it was going to go the other way?
Well, I'm just really pissed off because you know how people say shit, like, oh yeah, let's do this, let's do that, and then you see them and they go, well,
yeah, but you were asleep.
Yeah, but she was in my dream. You were asleep.
But yeah, I know, but it's not real, right?
But she said it was real in the dream.
God's sake.
So now I'm really pissed off at her. Like she's not talking. She's giving me all these weird looks.
Well, yeah,
like I'm the fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, just some advice from someone who's sane. I would be backing off for a long time.
Don't worry. I'm not even going to talk to her.
No, I wouldn't. No, I reckon that's a 6-monther, that one. That's a 6-monther.
Yeah, I can't handle people like that. Say one thing and then the next day.
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now.
I've got a question from Hermione.
Hermione.
Doesn't say where she's from. And she says, Dear Leon, do you think that cavemen had meetings?
Yeah, 100%. They had tribal meetings. They had lots of meetings, political, social, weaponry. Like, oh, I got this rock. Look at this. Oh, fuck, that's strong but light. It's like, because I've been using this pumice and it's really light, but when it hits you, it doesn't do anything. But this one's too heavy.
Well, they would have
my shoulder hurts.
They would have had meetings every morning, because they would have had to organise the monkeys every morning.
Well, Duke, you got to realize they didn't have phones, and they didn't have a postal service, so communication was very limited in terms of yelling, and you could only yell so far. So every morning at a certain time, everyone would come in close, so you wouldn't have to yell, right? Because they not only did they not have phones and letters and whatever, they didn't have lozenges. And if you're yelling all the time, your throat, you lose your voice. And if you're a caveman and you lose your voice, you're fucked. You've only got three things. You've got a little thing that covers your dick. You've got a stick and your voice and a hairy wife. But anyway, so if you lose your voice, that's 3 of your tools gone.
Well, very important. But I think the most important thing is organising the monkeys in the morning.
Yes,
they have to, sort of.
Well, they're not going to organise themselves, are they?
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now.
Now, listen, I wanted to just talk about something here. So, obviously, India, Russia, America, and China, allegedly, although I wouldn't believe it, but they're all talking about space travel, right? And we've talked about space travel so much. It's almost boring, but not totally. Anyway, so my theory...
Well, I think this is totally boring.
Well, my question is, this is the concept of space travel. So you eventually figure out how a human can live in space, because I don't think they can live more than 18 months. Anyway. So you 6 years, right? Let's just say you could live for 6 years. So you spend all the money, all these resources, all the training, and you send astronauts in spacecraft all the way to the next universe, right? Very fast, so it only takes 6 years. After 6 years, after all the shit you've been through, having listened to your dickhead mates talk about the same shit stories because it's been 6 years in a fucking tin can, and bang, you smack onto the first habitable planet. Bang! Everyone's fucking, yeah, this is great. This is what we've been working for. Open the door, It's got a little bit of oxygen. That's cool. You go there. And the alien life form is a jellyfish. Could you imagine, Duke? Could you imagine your disappointment? All that, and then you just turn up and there's a fucking planet full of jellyfish.
I wonder what it's like to fuck a jellyfish.
Well, you'd fucking find out pretty quick, wouldn't you? You imagine
It wouldn't be that bad, really, would it?
I don't know. Do they have stingers?
Like, have you ever fucked a bowl of jelly? I have. Only problem was I went to school smelling like pineapple for the whole day.
Presenting New Inventions with Duke and Leon.
So, cell phone towers, right?
Yeah.
Cell phone towers, for those who don't know how they work, what they do is every time you're in an area with a cell phone tower, that cell phone tower records your phone. It records that you went past or that you're near, and it's got your phone number there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking a new invention of mini cell phone towers, so you can have one in your house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So and this is for all those guys that don't want to get caught by porn. You know when your wife's coming because your cell phone tower pings, it sends a message to your phone. She's coming up the stairs.
So it's coming up the stairs with an axe handle. So it's an early warning beacon. But
it also works because you can have you can set it to say let's say 10 meter radius. Set it to or 20 meter radius.
Yeah.
So if someone's walking past your house and their dog does a shit, right? The cell phone tower will send you their phone number if they've got their phone in their pocket or on them, and then you can ring them up and go, "What the fuck? You pick up that fucking dog shit, you cunt!"
Wow, that's great.
So you put your phone on private. And then they don't even know where it's coming from. You go, or someone that's speeding up the road, beeping their horn or whatever, and their phone pings, you ring them up in private. You slow down, you fucking cunt.
That's brilliant. You know what? Well, talking about that too, because you could combine it with this other little device. Say you had this little thing, like a little disc, right? And it was pretending to be your phone, right? So you could just randomly, if you saw an Uber car or something like that, you could just stick it on the bottom of the car, right? And that Uber guy would be just driving around the city, right, randomly doing his job, and that little disc would be telling all the phone towers that you were there, right? It's your phone, you're there. So when they come,
then
where were you? Where were you? You were.
You can go commit a crime. And when they get your phone, they go, "What the? I was 30 kilometres away from the crime."
Yeah,
you can't.
Oh no, this man's not guilty because we've got his phone records, and he's been would be.
Oh, you could also you could put the mini cell phone tower in the boot of your car, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're driving around, and if the good-looking girl pulls up next to you, her phone number pings, you can ring her in the car. Hey, you go, who's talking? The guy in the car next to you, and you're waving.
Oh, no, that's stalking, Duke.
No, it's not.
So how's she going to say, the first thing she would say is, "Where'd you get my phone number from?" That's the first thing she would say. And then the second thing was, "I'm calling the police."
Say, "I'm psychic, I guessed it."
Yeah.
I'm a psychic.
Wow, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
Oh, no, you say you just be honest. You go, cell phone tower in the boot, love.
Presenting New Inventions with Duke and Leon.
All right. Just before we go, I got man gets thrown off a plane for excessive farting. He's got the shits with, or literally, but he's got the shits with something's gone wrong, and asked him to move his seat or something like that. So then, as a act of revenge, he starts farting, and then they go, all right, we've got to cancel the flight. I mean, really? Like, why? Why? Who cares? I don't get it. The pilot. Why would the pilot cancel the flight? All those people have been, queuing up and shit.
Well, you don't know the stench level.
Yeah.
I mean, like if he'd been eating like baked beans or something that eggs.
Yeah.
If he had eggs and it's that real gassy methane smell that doesn't go away. Doesn't go away.
Doesn't go away. It seeps into fabric.
Exactly. And
Jesus, I never thought of that. Well, I was also worried about
because they must have been bad. They must have been bad for them. It's not like he was doing silent farts that no one noticed.
Yeah. Well, and I thought maybe there's a methane level within the cabin. So if that methane level was too high, it would have there'd be a warning light in the cockpit saying methane like that, just flashing.
Yeah. Well, and what if
That's dangerous. That it would just blow up. I mean, someone imagine if those girls that like on YouTube they have the nylon pantyhose, and they're on YouTube, and they just for 20 minutes they'll just be showing their legs off and rubbing them against things. So if you rubbed it against something metal and there was a spark and you had the methane there, fuck, can you imagine?
That's right. That's right. Boom, the whole place goes up.
Oh, and all the fucking emergency doors pop open and the inflatable
gas masks come down.
Yeah.
People getting sucked out. So look, you've answered your own question.
So I'm going to write to the FAA and say you can keep that clause, because I was going to write to them and say farting is not a good excuse to cancel a flight, but now I'm completely convinced that it is the perfect reaction to cancel. Anyway,
all right. I've got a quick message for any women that are really desperate for their dating site.
Yep.
Just say, you can lie a little bit if you want, but just say, woman loves watching porn, and you'll have a million guys message you within an hour.
I wouldn't say that. I think you need to. There's nothing wrong with women watching porn, but I think you
nothing
have to,
wrong with it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's true, but you have to put the. What is it like? You have to. It's like a screen, It's like a fish screen. The small fish can swim through, but the big ones get caught behind the screen. Because they can't fit through. That's what you got to do when you're dating, and you got to put the idiot screen. So, to actually to mention porn on your dating profile or whatever, you just.
No, but I'm saying for the really desperate women.
Well, no, I don't. Well, I don't think. I don't. I think you're just going to attract the idiots. So I think you just have to. Although I was talking to someone the other day, and she did mention that. She said something. I said something, and then she said, "What did you say? DP?" I said, "What do you mean DP?" And she goes, "Oh, double penetration." And she was laughing, and I thought, "Oh, that's sexy."
Yeah,
anyway.
and a woman I was talking to said, I was talking about a documentary on the BBC, and she laughed. And she went, BBC? And I said, well, what's that? And she said, big black cock.
That's so funny, isn't it? Yeah. BBC.
And
she would have no idea what the BBC is. Yeah. She wouldn't even know what a documentary was. Yeah. They don't even watch TV.
She just knows what big black cock is and what BBC is on porn. And I love those women. I absolutely love those women.
Yeah.
Love them.
Black cock.
All right, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to buy the merch and keep listening.
There's some new T-shirts up there. Some new T-shirts, Duke and Leon T-shirts. Check it out on Redbubble under Duke Groovy. All money gets donated to Leon's shelter for pregnant teenagers.
And just remember that when you're ordering T-shirts, M, X, XL, and XLLL refers to the size of the shirt, not a penis. Okay? So
And BBC, just ask for BBC size.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.